All You Can Lead is a channel about leadership and self-development topics. Hello everyone, I'm Elena. Welcome to my channel, All You Can Lead.
What? All you can eat? Like a buffet at a sushi restaurant?
Oh, no, it's All You Can Lead, not How You Can Eat.
Ah, you mean how you can lead?
It's all you can, not how you can.
Alright, I got it. It's all you can eat.
First lesson learned. Don't name anything after food because all people will remember is the food itself. Do you remember at school if someone organized an event and asked others if they wanted to come? They may say, yes, but in the end, most people won't show up. However, if you say, we got free food, then the most shitty event will have tons of signups and people will even show up so early because they know that the food would run out. Nothing beats free food, not even YouTube channels. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm a product manager and leadership coach based in the Silicon Valley. I'm going to talk about leadership and self-development topics with you here. What's my story? I started my career as an investment banker in Hong Kong. My job was to fly first class, live at 5-star hotels, and go to Lan Kwai Fong every night. Just kidding. Actually, these were all true. And the only lie was that I, most of the time, just fly business class. My real job was to advise companies on M&A and IPO transactions. If you add up all the deals I closed, the total transaction volume was about $20 billion. What does that actually mean? So if you spend $10 a second, that's gonna take you 63 years to spend all the money I've dealt with. So I was doing pretty well financially. I mean, making 10 times more money than an average person in Hong Kong. My life looks quite glamorous outside, but I didn't feel fulfilled or motivated inside. When I asked my friends who were in the same industry as mine, they had pretty similar feelings. I knew this can't be right. Because how can it be paid so well? Looking back, especially after coming to the US and realizing that I have to pay all the tax bills here, if you don't know, Hong Kong has a 15% flat income tax rate. I really wanted to ask my younger self why you would ever worry about being paid too much. Anyway, I was kind of dumb and lost at the time, so I started searching for different ways that can give me more meaning. One day, I was Googling about passion. I stumbled onto something called coaching. And I signed up for a coaching workshop in that upcoming weekend. It was hosted by a woman who became a coach after recovering from cancer. One thing that I wanted to point out was that the workshop was in London and I was in Hong Kong. Yeah, I told you I was doing pretty well financially, so I immediately bought the ticket, flew from Hong Kong to London. At that moment, I thought it was pretty cool because I was kind of like Tony Luen Qiu Wai in Cantonese. If you don't know, Tony is a super famous actor in Hong Kong, and one fun fact about him is that he often flies between Hong Kong and London to feed some very lucky pigeons over the weekends. Looking back now, I actually didn't remember what was covered in that workshop after paying so much money. The only thing that stuck with me was the answer the lady gave me to my question of how can I have more meaningful life. She said, you know all the answers.
What?
So I had this question of what to do with my life and I flew around the globe to ask you this question and you tell me I know all the answers? This is like you go to have lunch with Warren Buffett after bidding $4 million and you ask him how to invest and he tells you, you know all the answers.
What?
Joke aside, that was kind of the first time that I started looking inside because I was always so busy chasing the next shiny thing before. My self-exploration process was a pretty long one. I left my banking job in Hong Kong and came to the US. I was admitted to the Stanford MBA program, which was known as the hardest MBA school to get in, with an admission rate as low as 6% for many years. Along the way, I explored many different professional paths, such as working only 4 hours a day as a business designer at IDEO, or teaching 5 years old who are like screaming and running in the elementary school, or working as a chief of staff to CEO, or helping a Y Combinator company expanding their business, and starting my own venture. Luckily, I discovered that there are two things that always gives me energy. One, solving complex problems and getting things done. Two, having meaningful conversations with authentic and inspiring people. So that's how I finally land on this dual career path, product management and leadership coaching. If you're interested about my transition from banking into product management or leadership coaching, leave a comment down below and I can cover it in a future video. Why am I starting this channel? I wanted to start this channel because it's the beginning of 2022 and I had this New Year resolution of becoming a YouTuber. Just kidding. I have many friends who encouraged me to become a creator for years, but it never felt right to me before. I didn't know what was holding me back, so I've always attributed to reasons like I don't have time, I'm not that interested in creating videos, or I just wanted to be a private person. What finally changed over the past months was that I finally knew the reason. It's not that I don't have time or I'm not that interested in creating videos. I'm definitely also not a private person, as you can clearly see how many secrets I've told you already in this video. The reason was actually I was too afraid of saying anything because I wasn't able to accept my whole self without criticizing or judging part of it. I always knew that there are two very different sides of me, like a sunny side of egg. The top side of me is very driven, including getting good scores at school, getting good jobs, or doing a lot of cool projects to keep myself busy. The bottom side of me is quite vulnerable and pathetic and good at listening to others. I don't know why, but I always had this belief that it's not okay to have two sides. I was kind of hiding who I truly am from myself, my friends, colleagues, and all of you. I was so afraid of expressing my authentic self, and that's why I couldn't convince myself to start a channel before. And after realizing all these, I suddenly felt ready. It was like a zombie waking up. I don't know why anyone would compare themselves to a zombie, I really don't, but you get the idea. Okay, so this channel is going to be a creative outlet of mine, to be authentic to myself and to all of you. As I mentioned at the beginning, I'm going to talk about leadership and self-development in this channel. If you'd like me to post any stories about me, product management, coaching, women leadership, anything you can think of, just leave a comment down below and I really appreciate all of your inspirations.
Thank you all for watching this video. I'll see you very soon.